everybody. Welcome into another edition of Gamecock Insider. I'm Derek Scott. We come to you from the iconic Horseshoe here in the University of South Carolina. Quiet area with the students already sent home for spring semester, but it is still as beautiful as ever. Glad to be here with you as we get another show started. We'll begin with the SEC Men's and Women's Track and Field Championship. We told you last week South Carolina was hosting the event. Had some great performances from the Gamecocks. Let's take a look at some highlights.
From the 2017 SEC Outdoor Track and Field Championships from Sheila and Morris Krager Track here in Columbia. New facility, only opened a couple of months ago. Coach Fry and his staff, $10.3 million for this wonderful facility.
Now ready for the women's race. Corey Carter have the collegiate record. Lashonda Demas, the world champion at one point. They have an opportunity to score a lot of points. Brockington with number 5 on her hip. Now Sashel Brown making a move through the far turn.
And Sashel Brown is a closer. That's kind of the style that she runs. She has a little bit more of a hard close, but actually just stutter step there, and she might run out of real estate.
Kaylan Jupiter of LSU is the athlete that went down over the 8th hurdle, and this is going to be the hometown favorite, Tyler Brockington of South Carolina, winning one for the Gamecocks.
From 7th place last year at this meet to SEC champion Tyler Brockington with the win for the Gamecocks.
55.97, so that lowers her season best, which was the number 6 time in the nation this year.
How special for Tyler Brockington to do it on this home track in front of the home crowd. And that right now, that time sets her 4th in the nation, so sets her up going into regionals in the NCAA meet.
A PR by half a second and an SEC championship. How does that sit with you?
Well, I mean, it sits in the front row. Pretty awesome. Some prime positioning right there.
I like it. You want to have good seats. Take me through the race.
Honestly, as soon as I got out of the blocks, I was like, okay, well, just gonna get out and hope for the best. Trust your training, you know, and see what happens. And I got to about 200 meters. I was like, wow, I still have some stuff left in the tank. All right, let's go. Let's see what happens. And I won.
And afterwards, I saw you and Coach Fry share a laugh. What do you have to say to you?
I needed that.
He said that he needed that.
Yeah, he did.
You picked up his spirit.
Absolutely.
Very good. Congratulations, hometown champion Tyler Brockington.
Oh, you did so good. Oh, that was awesome.
Hold it up for me, Tyler. Congratulations to Tyler Brockington on her SEC championship, and a big thanks to everyone involved in putting on that championship event. It was something to be proud of for the Gamecocks and for the Southeastern Conference. When we come back with more of Gamecock Insider, Brad Muller's going to sit down with Puggy Blackman. He is the associate head coach of the Gamecock women's golf program. He'll talk about the postseason coming up for South Carolina and also the reliance on international athletes, how they've helped to build this program into the winner that it is. So stay with us for that. Gamecock Insider is brought to you by Coke Zero. Enjoy everything. By Colonial Life, the benefits of good hard work. And by Wild Wing Cafe. We've got just the thing to make you wild. Gamecock Insider is a production of Gamecock IMG Sports Marketing.
This is it. This is the moment when legacies are made, and good becomes glorious. But legacies aren't just granted on game day. You can make them anytime. Will it be today or someday? The glory lies in your choice. This is the moment. What will your legacy be? You build legacies. We protect them.
Win the opportunity to be the next Farm Bureau Insurance fan on the field and witness pregame warm-ups from the dugout. Winners will receive 2 game tickets, pregame field passes, and autographed merchandise from head coach Chad Holbrook. Visit usccontest.com to register today. Fan on the Field is brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance. Get the membership advantage.
What does no limits mean to me?
Cultivating bold thinkers.
Connecting students to the global economy.
A commitment to life-changing discovery.
improving healthcare for everyone, young and old.
An amazing student experience.
Academic excellence across campus.
What does no limits mean to me? Where do I begin?
It's her. Hey, you're the matchmaker.
That's me. I'm Kim.
I saw you online. You helped my dad find a new car.
Well, I match people with their perfect Ford every day.
Name assistant?
Today? Quite possibly.
Making vehicles safe, dependable, affordable.
That's how you become
America's best-selling brand.
Get F-150 with 0 for 72 or up to $10,165 in total savings plus 1,000 smart bonus cash on top of all offers.
Now at Buy Low, even more prices are down and staying down. Your family deserves great food at a great price. That's why Buy Low is lowering prices on even more items throughout the store. There are now over 700 prices down and staying down on the things your family buys most. So visit your local Buy Low, the premier grocery partner of the South Carolina Gamecocks.
And it's going to be the hometown favorite, Tyler Brockington of South Carolina, winning one for the Gamecocks.
From 7th place last year at this meet to SEC champion, Tyler Brockington with the win for the Gamecocks.
55.97, so that lowers her season best, which was the number 6 time in the nation.
That's our Sandsbury Eye Center. Did you see that play? Hi everyone, Brad Muller alongside South Carolina Women's Golf Associate Head Coach Puggy Blackman. Coach, how you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. I mean, it's great, the little run we've had and a little adrenaline going, get ready to head out again tomorrow.
Well, quite a run for the Gamecock women's golf team as they win the NCAA Regional Tournament for the 3rd consecutive year on their way to the NCAA Championships once again. You rally from 8 strokes down. What was the keys to the success for the Gamecocks?
Just playing Gamecock golf. I mean, the same thing they've done for 8 years in a row. You know, we've been to the postseason, final dance 8 years in a row. We've won 5 regionals in 8 years, 3 in a row. You know, and I've got to tip my hat to Kaylin Anderson, our head coach. She's done an incredible job recruiting and bringing these kids in and going all over the world to find them. And she's got a great eye for that. And she also does a great job in keeping these kids loose. And so that's a key. But the key thing there was that what was great was the fact that we got off to such a bad start. We were in the toughest region on by far the toughest golf course. And these girls just finally, I think expectations went out of the window and they went back to playing one at a time and were patient. That's the big thing.
You guys were tied for 6th after the opening round in the regional. What was the message to the team?
Just keep doing the same thing we've always done, you know, and staying loose. And, you know, Kaylin gave it was a one for the giffer here, you know, whatever. And but it was good. It was basically, again, let's just go back to the same thing we talk about all year is go back to what we do, and that's play one at a time and let the other teams make the mistakes.
Time for our Terminex Pest Player of the Week, and this week's recipient?
Ana Pelez from Spain, freshman that just won the regional, tied for the regional, great year. Typical Spaniard with great spirit, and she knows how to play golf.
A freshman making her postseason debut, and what a way to start. What were the keys to her success, and what have you seen from her growing throughout the year?
Oh, I'd like to say great coaching, but that's not the not the point. It's this that when you've got, it's like somebody told me not long ago, you can't win the Kentucky Derby on a donkey, and she's a thoroughbred. You like thoroughbreds, and attitude, great attitude, great knowledge of the game. And you know, you gotta be a little bit cocky in this game, and you gotta believe that you're the best. And I think that pretty much sums it up for Anna.
Well, you've also had some great veteran leadership this year, such as Caitlin Dambaugh, who's done some great things throughout her career. What does having a veteran like that mean as you go into the postseason?
That's invaluable. She's one of those players, some coaches call them generational or whatever, where they just show up. I mean, I had a couple of those on the men's side at Georgia Tech, David Duvall and Stuart Sink, and you know, and it's tough when they leave because they're so good. But Caitlin has just gotten better every year, and she's leaving. It's hard to describe how good this girl's going to be because she's learned. She's trusted us. She's bought into the program. She's worked extremely hard, and now she plays golf, and she's going to have an incredible career.
For someone like Caitlin Dembo, as you said, who's got a lot more golf ahead of her on the professional level, do you worry about any kind of distractions, maybe thinking ahead as you head into the championships?
That would have already happened. You know, we've had a lot going on. Anybody that she was the only player that got some sort of privileges on the LPGA Tour at the recent qualifier. She's the only one that stayed and was loyal to the school, and so she's going to finish this thing off. That's the way she is. That's the way she's built, and we're just going to miss her. You know, she's just been not only a great player, but she's just such a solid Christian girl that on and off the golf course, she's the best.
So heading into the NCAA championships, last year you guys made it to the match play round. I assume that's the expectation once again.
Well, we're not going to do anything different than we did last year, and making it to match play just gives us, you know, that added experience of having been there and what it takes to get through it. And we came dang close last year, and you know, our young French player, Marion Versailles, I can't speak French, but anyway, she took, you know, Mariah Stackhouse to the last hole. And the beauty of this year that I think it sets up perfectly for us, is that we just played again the toughest regional as far as the field. We played by far the toughest golf course in the toughest conditions. We're going to see the exact same conditions this week, highs in the 50s. And the rest of the regionals didn't see a golf course like Scarlet. I mean, this golf course was brutal. And to have a bad round and come back and win it, I think it's going to be a huge advantage.
Well, Coach, great job so far. Good luck at the NCAA championships.
I appreciate it. We need all the help we can get and all the good breaks, and hopefully we'll bring it home.
All right, for Coach Buggy Blackman, I'm Brad Muller. Coming up, we've got more on South Carolina women's golf.
Golf's an international game, so I mean, it gives them kind of a flavor of what it's going to be like if they're out on the LPGA Tour or the European Tour.
I choose to come here because our coach, she goes she goes to Europe to try to recruit people, so I think that she likes people from other countries, but I think that outside that, in Europe, we are a straight competitions with friends, for example with Marion, but here we're just teammates, so we're fine.
We all come from different countries, so we have our own culture, and we're really competitive. So for example, with Spain, we used to not like each other, but when we are a team, we're really good friends and we support each other.
I think it's kind of fun to mesh all the cultures. I mean, certainly there's sometimes some language barriers and some communication issues at first.
It was a shock at the beginning, but then Coach was trying to let us talk to each other if we have a problem, and then try to understand everybody coming from different background. So I think communication is very important. As long as you talk to people what you think and what they think, and then sometimes what they say doesn't mean the same way you interpret it. So
I mean, we just try and create a family atmosphere here, and I think the team does a great job of that. Certainly the older players that experience their freshman year, and they kind of each hold each other accountable and make sure that they make sure that they make the freshmen feel at home.
I just try and show them around and give them a feel of what we do here, and I just try to make them feel comfortable, because that's the most important thing. If they feel comfortable, then they'll be their happiest and perform at their best.
Well, my English when I came here was not that good, so she helped me through college, homeworks, explained me everything. Even when we were having dinner with teammates, she helped me to understand them. I love my teammates. Quiero
mis teammates.
A mi equipo.
A mi equipo. Quiero a mi equipo.
Quiero a mi equipo, yeah?
A mi equipo.
What does no limits mean to me?
Cultivating bold thinkers.
Connecting students to the global economy.
A commitment to life-changing discovery.
Improving healthcare for everyone, young and old.
An amazing student experience.
Academic excellence across campus.
What does no limits mean to me? Where do I begin?
Hi,
count slowly, slowly, slowly getting faster. Once I start counting, it's very hot.
Baby, I'm 90% sure the cart's moving.
It is so exciting. I could count forever. Count until I drop. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. I love counting.
Lease a 2017 RAV4 XLE for $219 a month for 36 months. Toyota, let's go places.
Carolina and Clemson haven't agreed on much since 1896. It's a healthy multi-sport rivalry. And this year, every head-to-head competition is part of the certified SC-grown Palmetto Series. So while Gamecocks and Tigers each support their team, we can all support local farmers by purchasing certified SC-grown products. Just look for the certified SC-grown label where you shop and follow your team at palmettoseries.com. It's a matter of taste.
It's her. Hey, you're the matchmaker.
That's me. I'm Kim.
I saw you online. You helped my dad find a new car.
Well, I match people with their perfect Ford every day.
Name assistant?
Today? Quite possibly.
Making vehicles safe, dependable, affordable.
That's how you become
America's best-selling brand.
Get F-150 with 0 for 72 or up to $10,165 in total savings plus $1,000 smart bonus cash on top of all offers.
Wild Wing Cafe is Columbia's home for hot wings, cold beer, good times, and Carolina athletics. Wild Wing Cafe, where great food rocks. Welcome back to Gamecock Insider. I'm Derek Scott. Time for our Palmetto Health Injury Report. Gamecock baseball has been beaten and battered all season long, and the news not getting any better this week. Catcher Chris Cullen, who had been shut down for a few weeks, went ahead and had surgery on that injured knee, so he is done for the year. Looking forward to getting Chris back in uniform in 2018. Also for South Carolina, last weekend against Missouri, shortstop Madison Stokes was hit by a fastball on the wrist, and as it turned out, that wrist is broken, so he too down and out for the season. Turning our attention now to Frank Martin, Gamecock men's basketball coach known for his ability to lead his team to a Final Four, but also his impact on the community is significant. Martin's Math Club is a new entity that just came into creation this year based on Coach Martin's background as a high school math teacher. Let's find out more in this report.
This Thursday is National Teacher Appreciation Day, and as Coach Frank Martin's Gamecocks just wrapped up their school year at USC, he's here today visiting local elementary schools who participated in this year's Martin's Math Club.
Math teaches you logic. Math teaches your brain how to solve problems, how to think through things, and it's such a powerful tool in educating our mind as we move forward in life and figure out a way to connect. We have to do a better job as adults in connecting with the present so we can continue to reach these kids so they can aspire to be great. Kids are all, I love being around kids. I absolutely love being around kids. They pay attention when they realize that you're speaking to them about what's going to help them. 99.9% of them give you their attention, and then when they give you their attention, you can grab their hearts. And when you grab their hearts, and they're moving forward in life.
You guys have an open invitation to your teachers and the administrators in school to come watch us play next year.
Tip the cap to Frank Martin and everyone involved with Martin's Math Club. That is something that we feel like is just going to grow and grow around the state of South Carolina in the near future. When we come back with more of Gamecock Insider, an inspiring story about a Gamecock diver. Michaela Lujan is her name. You'll want to see this story, so stay with us.
This is it. This is the moment when legacies are made, and good becomes glorious. But legacies aren't just granted on game day. You can make them anytime. Will it be today or someday? The glory lies in your choice. This is the moment. What will your legacy be? You build legacies. We protect them.
Carolina and Clemson haven't agreed on much since 1896. It's a healthy multi-sport rivalry. And this year, every head-to-head competition is part of the certified SC-grown Palmetto Series. So while Gamecocks and Tigers each support their team, we can all support local farmers by purchasing certified SC Grown products. Just look for the certified SC Grown label where you shop and follow your team at palmettoseries.com. It's a matter of taste.
Sophie, his 13th birthday. Gift, we've got you. Guitar, coming tomorrow. Road game today, surprise party tomorrow. Change of plans. Game tomorrow.
No, birthday tomorrow.
Guitar, reroute.
Birthdays are on birthdays.
Party, relocate. UPS My Choice makes rerouting packages easy. How we're helping companies solve for the needs of customers like Sophie.
What does no limits mean to me?
Cultivating bold thinkers.
Connecting students to the global economy.
A commitment to life-changing discovery.
Improving healthcare for everyone, young and old.
An amazing student experience.
Academic excellence across campus.
What does no limits mean to me? Where do I begin?
Good hard work has earned Kristen White the title of Colonial Life Academic Athlete of the Week. A member of the softball team, White is a junior, accounting major with a 3.5 GPA. This week's Academic Athlete is brought to you by Colonial Life. Colonial Life, the benefits of good hard work. Welcome back to the Horseshoe here on the campus of the University of South Carolina. I'm Derek Scott. This is Gamecock Insider. You know, an environment like this can motivate you to do many great things, and Gamecock student athletes do it all the time. Certainly, one of those things they have to do is persevere, fight through injuries, and make comebacks to get back into the pool, the court, whatever the case may be for them. In the instance of Michaela Lujan, it was an especially tough comeback. Let's find out more about her great story.
We were at Texas A&M, and it was the night before 3-meter. I was doing back to pike. When I hit the water, I dislocated my elbow. And I knew when I hit the water kind of immediately that something was wrong because I couldn't move it.
It was a great dive. So for her to be hurt and something to go straight up and down was extremely unusual and very surprising to me.
I had the MRI done, knowing immediately that I tore my UCL. It was hard hearing that because I knew that I needed surgery. That was something that wasn't going to fix itself.
You know, when I looked at her injury, my first response or reaction was that I knew that it was serious, and but I didn't know if it was something that was going to keep her out of diving, period. So that was what was kind of scary.
When I started getting back on the diving board, I was only allowed to do like hurdle front jump. That's when it got hard because all I wanted to do was to be able to dive, and I couldn't.
What I decided to do is I brought her back very slow and very meticulously.
Our first meet was the very first week of October, and I was like convinced that I was going to compete in this meet. So I had 2 days to get my dives back to compete on the third day. That was the best feeling. I don't think my first dive was the biggest thing for me. It was that first, I got my list back in 2 days, competed it, and it was fine. And I was comparable to how I've been diving all of last year or better.
She's got a lot of heart, and a lot of people would have quit maybe, and some people would have not come back as quick. But I think she has a true heart of a competitor and believes in herself and is able to embrace, what I put out there for her.
Everybody I met, they were like, oh, what happened? I'm like, I'm a diver. Like, that was the first thing that came out of my mouth because that's who I was. And like, the fact that I wasn't diving made me want to be a diver more than anything. I got hurt, but I'm going to come back and I'm going to do better than I did last year.
Well, it's great to see Michaela back in action for the Gamecocks and back in the pool where she does so many great things for South Carolina athletics. Now this from My Carolina.
Now, Gamecocks everywhere can support their beloved university year-round at the USC Alumni Center. Our spirit capital is the place to support student learning, connect to each other, and advocate for Carolina, no matter where you are in the world. Alumni, students, faculty, staff, and fans, we are ready to welcome you home. Visit mycarolina.org and stay connected forever to thee.
What does no limits mean to me?
Cultivating bold thinkers.
Connecting students to the global economy.
A commitment to life-changing discovery.
Improving healthcare for everyone, young and old.
An amazing student experience.
Academic excellence across campus.
What does no limits mean to me? Where do I begin?
Win the opportunity to be the next Farm Bureau Insurance fan on the field and witness pregame warm-ups from the dugout. Winners will receive 2 game tickets, pregame field passes, and autographed merchandise from head coach Chad Holbrook. Visit usccontest.com to register today. Fan on the Field is brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance. Get the membership advantage.
I count slowly, slowly, slowly getting faster. Once I start counting, it's very hot.
Baby, I'm 90% sure the card's moving.
It is so exciting. I could count forever. Count until I drop. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. I love counting.
Lease a 2017 RAV4 XLE for $219 a month for 36 months. Toyota, let's go places.
Carolina and Clemson haven't agreed on much since 1896. It's a healthy multi-sport rivalry. And this year, every head-to-head competition is part of the certified SC-grown Palmetto Series. So while Gamecocks and Tigers each support their team, we can all support local farmers by purchasing certified SC-grown products. Just look for the certified SC-grown label where you shop and follow your team at palmettoseries.com. It's a matter of taste.
Gamecock Insider is brought to you by Coke Zero. Enjoy everything. By Colonial Life, the benefits of good hard work. And by Wild Wing Cafe. We've got just the thing to make you wild. Gamecock Insider is a production of Gamecock IMG Sports Marketing.
It's Carolina versus Vanderbilt to open the 2016 season.
15 minutes.
You got everybody? Time to work, baby. Time to work. That's what it's about. We're talking about being a blue-collar football team. Let's lock you in today. All right, let's go out and play our style of football. From day one, we talk in terms of effort, toughness, discipline, turnovers. That's it. I want to see it on display tonight. Let's go dominate. Effort, toughness. You got it? You understand? Hey, all day long.
Time to wrap things up on this week's edition of Gamecock Insider. We invite you to join us for next week's show. It'll be a special little taste test, if you will, a recap of Gamecock football and a look ahead to the 2017 season. So join us for that. Until then, I'm Derek Scott. Thanks for joining us. It's Gamecock Insider from the Gamecock IMG Sports Center.